multiple buses or they fly. They have private transportation. Jets. And it's a whole different lifestyle. It's about keeping it healthy. Some of them bring trainers with them. Chef. It's a whole different vibe.
Oh no, today it's really weird when you're first starting out. Listen, I love my wife and I love Mercy. I love them both. I don't want them on the road with me because on the road I'm a different person.
Yeah,
I want to. As soon as I get to the airport, the toughest thing for me is getting to the airport. I know. Once I check in and they give me the thing, I become Joey Coco Diaz. I even lose to Joey. I become Coco Diaz. It's a different mindset. I don't like traveling with them and having to do comedy while they're around. I don't like it. It's the weirdest thing. I have a night tonight, I'm in Irvine. That means that today I still have to pick her up, take her to karate, and then from karate I'll go to Irvine. But I like and I understand the yin and yang aspect of my life now. For years I just had a yang. Everything was comedy. Nothing else was thought of. Not my health, not my family, not my spirituality. Well, I always kept my spirituality a little bit intact. But because of my lifestyle, I was ashamed of my spirituality because of the drugs and all that shit and nonsense. And then, now, it's a different lifestyle. The comedy, the touring, the podcast. So I tell people now, like this show that I pitched that got picked up, it's about a man who's where he wants to be, but he's not comfortable in his skin. I just started getting comfortable in my skin in July. For a year, this seemed surreal. It seemed surreal that one day I went into a guy's house with a machine gun, tied him up, handcuffed him, put him in the trunk of a car, got sentenced, went to prison, hung out with this different environment. I grew up in this Cuban, gangster environment. Like, my Spanish is completely different than other people's Spanish, They were very street. Even though I was raised heavy-duty Catholic faith, heavy-duty Santeria, heavy-duty, I'm this person. Now, I'm this person that goes to school things. Materialistic things don't matter to me. Most people would take their daughter on a helicopter ride. Listen, my daughter just wants to sit on my lap and watch ghost videos on YouTube. Ghost high school, ghost, I don't even know what it's called, high school high, when they're all vampirinas, they're all vampires. We'll sit there for an hour, and God forbid I move my hand, Rudy. She grabs my hand and plays with my fingers as she watches the videos.
How old is she?
She's 5.
5.
So I can't imagine being away anymore. My limit is Thursday through Sunday. After that, you got nothing to say to me about comedy. As soon as you pay me on Saturday, I become Joey Coco Diaz. The alarm goes off at 4:15. The car picks me up at 5. When I get on the plane, I tell them I'm coming home, leave the key, I love you. And now I become Joey Coco Diaz again. Now I clean cat litter boxes, and I pick up a cat and kiss it, and I take the garbage out, and I go to the gym. But the road is completely different for me. I keep them separated. I've had friends who've taken their family on the road, and it works for them. Doesn't work for me. I can't focus. I want to be a different person. I want to be a fucking animal on the road. You know what I'm saying? Friday nights, I want to stay up till 2:30 and watch fucking Sons of Anarchy. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. So I never understood that part of it. Right now, people offer me tours. I could just, like, it's dumb for me to come home. Like, why go? I should go to New York and stay a week, and then go to D.C. and stay a week, and then go to Rhode Island and stay a week. I can't do that. I got to come home to maintain that sanity.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah.
That lifestyle of Led Zeppelin and all those guys and Ozzy, where you disappear for fucking 20 weeks and then you come back and you rest a week and then go into the studio and start from scratch, and there's no creative juices. You could tell when you listen to a band's catalog. There's always that one album that slipped because they didn't have enough time to think.
Yeah, I've been there.
They didn't have enough time to think.
Yeah.
The record label said, we need these tomorrow. The record label has no idea what it goes into composing a song and writing a song, getting an idea, and, you know. So you could see, you know, so it's just, everything has changed so much. Like, everything has changed.
Yeah.
Look at music today. You're out with the Guess Who, you know. Leonard Skinner's out. All these bands that the people of the 70s, they're out. Still playing their music, still loving it. Fucking, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it proves to you that it wasn't a fad. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just something you did for a period in your life. No. This is who the fuck you are. You're Rudy so-and-so. You're always going to be a bass player. You could have opened up Rudy's and sold Cuban sandwiches and put memorabilia all over the wall. And, you know, you didn't. You stayed a bass player. It's weird. Like, this is what I do. Do you really think I was going to be doing, that I thought I was going to be doing comedy at 55? You're fucking crazy. At 55 by then, I thought I was going to be doing something else. I'd be a manager of a building.
Yeah, but, you know, comedy, you could be, you know, you will be a comedian till the day you're gone. That's it, you know. I mean, do comedians really retire? No, I don't think so.
I've been here 20 years, and I've seen people with more talent than I have just one day leave. And since you have so much contact, and you have so much going on in your world, one day you're on Facebook, and that person pops up. And you go, holy fuck, that's right, I haven't seen them in 2 years. And you hit them up on Facebook, and all of a sudden you see they're living in Ohio, and you call them up and you go, what's going on? Hey, Gro, congratulations on your success. I met a girl and her family lived here and they owned a stamp company, and I still do comedy, but only on the weekends. Beside that, I have a job and I have insurance, and LA just got to be too crazy. That conversation always breaks my heart. I get it. But wasn't it you and I 4 years ago that went to Pink Dot one night and sat there for 4 hours and talked about how much you love comedy? How did you just stop? That's why in this town, when I see a comedian who becomes a producer, who becomes a cameraman, who's an editor, and then they call you every 2 months with a new idea, they're just fucking ambulance chasers. That's all they are. They're just looking for the right ambulance. Even the low life that I was, I never looked for the low ambulance. I committed to my stand-up. I came out here too early, maybe 6 years, and I got caught in between Doug Stanhope and Nick DiPaolo one day, and I ate such a bag of dicks that in 1998, I went on the road for 2 years straight. I lived on the road. Greyhound buses, planes, trains, and automobiles. I did Buffalo at halftime, in between a hockey game. You know what that's like? You might as well put a gun in your fucking mouth. You know, I did comedy at any level. Headliner, feature, MC. I did that for 2 years. Lived off veggie and cheese sandwiches from Subway Sandwich. You know, you're picking up $50 a night here. You're picking up $250 one week. You're picking up $600 the other. And it was all Greyhound. I was fueled. The only money I kept was the money between what I needed to get to the next location. I would send some money for child support. If I was sleeping on somebody's couch, I'd send them $50, and the rest went up my nose. If I got a good week, I would buy clothes at the nearest Kmart and send the old clothes back. I committed myself to 2 years to perform in front of every audience that I could. You know, because I had all these premonitions in my head. People with white hair don't like me. Young people don't like me. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to make them like me. So for 2 years, I did that till 2000. In 2000, I met my future wife. And I didn't slow up. I got even worse. For 2 or 3 years after I met her, I never, because I had dated women before, and it was all good in the beginning, but then they didn't understand the commitment of comedy, and they got pissed off. A lot of people don't understand the commitment we have to put into. You know what, Rudy? I really like you. I don't give a fuck if your parents come into town. I got a spot at the store at 9:30. People can't take that. People can't handle that. Rudy, I like you. Fuck you and your wedding. I work Saturdays.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not working, I'm not going to your wedding. Mm-hmm. Because I'm doing a spot at the store that night. I committed myself to that level. I committed myself to that level that I even, like, my weight went up to 418 pounds. Because I wouldn't drink alcohol, but I would drink sodas with limes in it. So people thought I was drinking Cuba Libre, mentirita. Yeah. That's what you call a Cuba Libre when you're Cuban, una mentira. Yeah. So I would drink lemon, and I remember the bartender telling me, you drink 16, 17 of these a night. I committed myself that much to comedy because there used to be a Pennzoil commercial on television. Do you remember? And Pennzoil. And the model for Pennzoil was you could either pay me now or you could pay me later. Yeah. So I never wanted to fall on my ass later on and have to go back to square number A. Yeah. I covered A as much as I could. And at the whole time, I was a regular at the store with Mitzi Shore. So I didn't need to be on the road. But I wanted to get that full experience. I bumped into Slash in 1998 at like a pinball, like a game convention in Vegas. I saw him on the flight with me. I didn't say anything. I don't talk to nobody. And when we got to Vegas, I was with Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan didn't smoke pot then. So I didn't have no pot with me, so I couldn't fall asleep. I had insomnia. And at about 3 o'clock, I went downstairs walking around, and who was there? Slash. And I had seen him at different comedy places throughout the years, at the Union especially. He was friends with somebody, and he would go watch him perform, and I never went up to him. But this particular night, I went up to him, and I said, hey, I'm a fan, and I saw you at the Union, and I know you like comedy. And he goes, I remember you. You know, you were funny one night, and we were talking. And it was just two guys. It wasn't Slash and it wasn't Joey Diaz. And I go, can I ask you a personal question? Why did Fucko leave the band, the singer? What happened? And he looked at me and he goes, are you broke right now? What status of your career? You know, I'm pretty fucking broke. He goes, these are going to be the best times of your life. You're going to remember this portion of your career for the rest of your life, or you continue it. He goes, wait till your career. You have to start dealing with attorneys and record labels and all these different people sucking your fucking energy. Sometimes you doubt yourself. And that's when the doubt starts in. And he goes, I think Axl went through that for a while. He started getting all this money and he couldn't understand. He goes, by you working hard, when you get those checks in the mail, now you start understanding. And it made a lot of sense to me. Like, it always stayed with me, those words. And it's true. Money is irrelevant to me right now. Because I was without money for so long, it doesn't matter. I became happy without money on my own. I went from being really miserable to really happy without money. So money doesn't make me happy. Money is just something I put in the bank for my daughter so she doesn't end up like me when if something happens. So I love comedy. I love doing everything. but I committed